Hi there, it's Debbie with the Pick and Coop Farmstead, and I'm still kind of on the theme of garden maintenance. So I brought my shovel, I brought my lovely new present from the hubby. It's, well, kind of new to me still. And we're going to shore up these garden beds. And what I mean by that is I built them because I think they're 4 by 10 or 12, I can't remember. But so they're very big and cumbersome and heavy by the time I got them high enough that I wanted. So what I did is I built one and then I stack it on top of another. So they're 2 frames high basically. So let me show you what I mean. Okay, so here we go. I put a board right here. This is where I'm going to put it on the inside. But they're 2 separate sections. So as you can see, ow, that's a stickery bush. So what I want to do is get them even, and then that way dirt doesn't fall down through the cracks. So I get them nice and even. Then I'm going to come on this side and scoot this. Let me move my owl. He can go. I got to find a better spot for him. He's supposed to be guarding my garden here. All right, so then this one, I just kind of gently want to tap him up to where he's even. And sometimes try to get them as even as possible. Sometimes when I built them, they aren't exactly even, but you got to do the best that you can do. So I'm going to move this one up just a smidge. All right, I think that's good. I'm going to tap this one over just a hair. There. And then I go around with lumber. Let's see, I don't know that this piece of wood, this is a leftover from, no, it's not, there we go. I don't want to go too far because my wire is at the bottom. These are leftover from when I built different things, some from the beds. So now what I'm going to do, and I don't know if the screws that I have are long enough. These are 1 1/4. I think they will be. Just enough to get to bite into the wood. So let's see. And I'm going to go down lower. Yes, I think that'll work. I need 2-inch screws, which I have. I just need to find them. But just to give you the idea. So I'm going to go from the inside and drill these in. And these are from an oak barrel, so they are oak. And this is what I'm going to be doing to as many beds as possible. When I first started putting these in, I did this. And what it does is it keeps everything together. Oops. Darn, that one didn't want to go in, a little devil. All right, and then I also want to put a screw in this lower board just to keep it stable. So I'm kind of going at an angle. I should have put the camera over here. That would have been smarter. There. Now that's very, very stable. And I think what I'm going to do is, so I think I have some 2-inch screws. I'm going to go get those because some of the other boards I'm using are actually thicker. So that seemed to work quite well. And I have one oak barrel that's falling apart, and I've been meaning just to grab the wood out of there and just put it on the burn pile. But you know what? It's going to be perfect for this. So I'm going to go get some more, and I'll get a more close-up of what I'm doing. Sorry about the audio, guys. My microphone decided to shut itself off, and I forgot to check it because, yeah, whatever. I don't know if it ran out of batteries. It was fully charged. I guess you get what you pay for with microphones. So here I'm showing a much better view of shoring up these garden beds. And my beds are covered with wire on the bottom, so you don't want to make sure that you don't, if you're putting your board, your stabilizing board on the inside of your garden bed, not to go through the gopher wire, because you would not be a happy camper. So I'm just going along and I'm drilling these in, and that's it. So right here I wanted to show you these beans. These are bush beans I put in here. The bugs ate almost them down to nothing, and now they have moved on to something else, and these things are surviving and got all kinds of new growth. So I'm very hopeful with these little bean plants. So now I'm over at my purple pea patch, and I'm having a breakfast snack. I picked a handful of those and I'm just munching them up. Pretty tasty stuff. So I kombucha and purple peas for breakfast. Yum. So now I'm on the other side of the peas, and I wanted to show you how big my silver slicer. I'm so proud of that thing. I'm very excited about it, but I was also telling you that my sister and I do, this will be the 4th or 5th year that we've been going over to the coast just for us. We go on a trip, and we took tomatoes. We had tomatoes and cucumbers in our garden, and we had tomato sandwiches every day. So this year, Mother Nature had different ideas, so we didn't get any tomatoes. They're all blooming. My sister has baby tomatoes. She is about a week ahead of me as far as Mother Nature goes. So sad to say, because we had homemade mayonnaise, we had homegrown tomatoes, homemade bread, and we had tomato sandwiches every single day. It was heavenly. So this year we're going to have to look for fruit stands and farmers markets and that kind of thing, and rely on other farmers, and there's not a darn thing wrong with that. Last but not least, I wanted to show you my main strawberry bed. I did get the rest of the strawberries in here all trimmed up. There's that big giant weed right there I've got to dig out with my big shovel. And then I'm going to clean it up a little bit better, and I'm going to put some steer manure in there. And then I've got to rake up all this stuff in between. I'm going to leave the strawberries in that far bed that you just saw because there's a lot of berries on there, and Bug likes to pick those when she comes up. So the chickens will eat all the stuff in the pathways though. Alright guys, well that's all I have for you today. I know my hair looks fabulous. Please don't be jealous. Har har. Hope the sun is shining where you are. I hope you're happy, healthy, safe. And thank you so much as always for watching, subscribing, and sharing my channel. I've been getting lots of comments. I'm super happy. Lots of new subscribers. So welcome aboard everybody. And that's all I have for you today. So I hope you're happy. I'll talk to you later. Happy gardening. Bye-bye.